Hello everybody, Cadet Leah here, and welcome back to part 2 of the Sin chapter. Sorry for the long wait, I had a bit of a cold, but I'm back up in action, and the last video for the Akihabara quest will be up soon. So for now, let's get started in Sin. Yes, up. Oh, what the frick? Oh yeah, I got restricted. I forgot about that. So like, do I have to bring Bash? I kind of want to bring Emiya, but if that's all I can bring, then fine. I'm gonna try it. No, I could bring him. Forget I ever said that. Let's see here. Should I go with this mystic code or... some of that's just gonna be useless. I'll just stick with this one. God dang it! I was right. There. Picky B word. Oh crap, I forgot to get rid of that. What, you thought I was using that to record? You say you thought you had a dream, that it might have been some kind of sign. And that absurd reasoning has you drinking poison from a chalice? So you think it's foolish too, huh? My wife said the same thing. Of course she would. That is stupid. His Imperial Majesty himself gave me this poison. All I need to do is drain it in a single gulp, and I will displease him no more. I have slain too many for one in my position. You might say I've outlived my usefulness. I don't understand. None of this would have happened if not for how petty the Emperor is. How can you be willing to lay down your life for a man like that? You may not see any sense in it, but this is simply what it means to be a warrior. Once I heard you were going to die, I had to come and ask. Say the word, and I will see everyone who toys with your destiny, who forces hollow loyalty upon you, drown in a sea of their own blood. I am honored you are so angry on my behalf. It's more than I deserve, and I would admit that I do have my share of regrets. But at this point, I've truly come to believe this is a fitting end to the life of Gao Shan-gong. Holy cow, I got that in one go. I don't understand. The way you talk of life and death makes no sense whatsoever. But then, I suppose I could never understand, as death is a concept that never had meaning to me. Ah yes, that's true, isn't it? Perhaps as anything, I should be the one begging you for forgiveness. After all, the peace I will attain in death will be forever beyond your reach. Perhaps I'm jealous of your death, and of the brilliance of your life leading up to it. You are too kind. I assure you, I know no more of death's secrets than you do. Even should I learn them from now, they will soon be lost to darkness. Do you have any last wishes? Good question. If I could wish for something beyond my own death, it would be to someday see you again. I suppose such a wish must sound completely absurd. Not necessarily. I have seen the likes of yours shatter more daunting barriers. I have seen them tame lightning, curse plagues, and even change the course of rivers. I cannot say how long it will take, but eventually the day may come when those bound by mortal lives learn to reach beyond even death. Should such a day come to pass, and if I am lucky enough to be there to see it, then I shall recall your final wish. You don't know how happy I am to hear that. In all my 33 years of life, there is nothing I treasure more than your presence. I feel like this is probably a poisoning tale. Reality speeds anchor attached. Reality verification complete. Proper human history restoration resemblance. A Lostbelt def E. God dang it. Establishing shuttle border existence within Lostbelt. Zero sailing return successful. I'm glad we had another emergence that went so smoothly. How are you feeling, senpai? Better than I was last time. I know the poison isn't causing you any pain right now, but I also heard you're not feeling entirely yourself. Yeah, I feel like I got a cold. Real life too. God dang it. Bye. Just a little short of breath is all. Actually, that wouldn't be too good for me since I got asthma. So cold systems are the worst. Oh my goodness, if you don't slow down, Gordry. So cold systems are the worst of it for you, are they? Must be nice. I'll have you know I used to have asthma when I was a young lad. Well, me too, buddy. Welcome to the club. But I read the memoirs of a great bodybuilder, actor, and politician who once suffered from the same disease. I followed his example and overcame it with righteous training. Though sadly, I don't have his muscles to show for it. My point, young lady, is that all you need is gumption. This is no time to let your fear get the better of you. That you said I was afraid. I may say, it's almost encouraging to see our commander so energetic despite his poisoning. Yep, we still got plenty of time to find a cure. And Gordry's amazed, so he's pretty well accustomed to dire threats like this. Now, let's see what things look like outside. 18 degrees Celsius, 30% humidity, gentle breeze, no unusual magical energy readings. I'm looking out the window right now, and it looks like a field. I gotta say, it almost creeps me out by how normal it seems here compared to the other two Lostbelts. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. Are there any hostilities outside? Well, that's one way to say it. Not according to our instruments, and it looks like it's safe. So why don't we all go see for ourselves? Just pop the head out. Even though I would feel like shiz, and holy cow, that's a rice field. Is this really the Chinese Lostbelt? Look at the mountains, Friska. Woo! Latitude and longitude don't lie. We're standing right at 32 degrees 40 north, 110 degrees 50 east. In proper human history, this would be Xinyan, a major city with a population of 3.4 million people. Holy cow. Well, this is certainly not a city, but it doesn't look like untamed wilderness either. Perhaps it is a wheat field or the like. Admittedly, it would be an extraordinarily large one. Getting caught out of my freaking homes here. I recognize the smell in the air here. This is my homeland. And yet I have no memory of this strange landscape. How confusing and depressing. It seems I'm useless as a guide for you all after all. Hey, don't worry about it. All bets are off when it comes to Lostbelt. Besides, we have a much bigger role for you to play than just a guide. For the moment, I picked up a ley line only a kilometer or so away from here. Breath. Between that and how surprisingly safe this area looks to be, I say we're off to a pretty good start. Now, what do you say we take the shadow border over to the ley line and set up a summoning circle? Got it! I'll go warm up the engine then. You can never be too prepared for combat in these Lostbelts. But you have no idea. Okay, the ley line's right around that well. Go ahead and park it here. It certainly doesn't look like a dangerous area, but something feels off. True, if anything, it's too peaceful. And considering how expensive this farmland is, expensive crap, it's weird that we haven't seen a single piece of architectural machinery. I mean, Da Vinci, you did read what date this sugar is gonna be. Never mind. The buildings here seem a little crude too. We're in ancient China, that's why. Yeah, I've never seen anything quite like them before. Though I guess you could say they kind of look like collective housing. You mean like an apartment building? That's right. Although I'm not sure building is the right word for that structure. Pueblo. All of that ground they leveled, and they're still living in holes? It's like something out of the Stone Age. I mean, if you live in the non-rich section of China, yeah. Seriously. Pick up a Chinese mama once in a while. These civilizations never really developed in this world. I wouldn't say that. Oh, there's some people heading this way. Shall we try talking to them? I don't think that's a good idea. Yes, but do be careful. I doubt they pose any threat to us, but we cannot afford being seen as a threat either. What the? Who the hell are these people? And what are they doing in our field? Look at their weird clothes. Do you think they might be foreigners? Foreigners? Here? Does that mean they came from that strange storm then? Hurry up and call the supervisor. Maybe he'll know what to do. Ah, shite. At least the translations seem to be working fine. According to our logistic analysts, they're speaking Middle Chinese, a language that predates the Song Dynasty. I wonder how difficult does that sucker sound? Conversation is good starting point. However, we have frightened them. This pattern is not good. Hey! Did you really see foreigners? Yeah, they're right over there. See yourself, supervisor. They just popped up in the middle of out of nowhere. My field out of nowhere. They were riding around in that weird box. They wear really strange clothes, and I think they've got weapons too. Ah, shiz. I don't like where this is going. Aaliyah, help us out here before things turn violent. Tell them this is all just a big misunderstanding. If Holmes tries to explain, he'll just make things worse. And what's wrong with my explanation? Sometimes you go a little overboard, that's all. Gordry, we mean you no harm. I'll give it a shot. Never go with that. Ah! She talked! If you don't mean any harm, then why'd you show up in the middle of the field dressed like that? This is my normal clothes, damn. Go on, Supervisor. Get rid of them for us before they ruin any more wheat. We didn't mean to let any rice field, wheat field, okay? You got it! Oh, frick me! They've all taken up weapons. Now, what do we do? Knock them down. It seems a rather bare-bone lifestyle has not lent itself to open minds. I'm afraid we'll need to pacify them before we can begin negotiation. Is now really the time for detached analysis, Holmes? Can't you use charm on them or something? Gordry, the only one of us who can use charm spells. Well, he said anyway. But even if he's telling the truth, he's still comfortably holed up inside the border right now. It'd be best to summon a servant who has a powerful innate charm skill, but that would require access to the ley line, which we don't have yet. Ugh. Well, it seems we cannot avoid this battle. Fortunately, our opponent should be willing to listen once they get this out of their system. Well, this would be an ideal situation for my Buritsu. I'm afraid I will have to sit this one out. Jerk. Alright, you still haven't fully recovered yet. Guess we got no choice then. Mas, Nessa, go ahead and fight them if that's what they want. Just make sure not to harm any of them. Understood. I also would like to avoid excessive force. I will be careful. Yes, we'll do as great gentlemen do, in the true spirit of Buritsu. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I literally can't breathe right now. But sure, maybe it is a good thing that I'm playing this with a cold. At least the cold symptoms want us to be a bit more believable now. Yeah, I gotta wait a turn, I know. Oh, my Nezzo. What is she working on? Shoot. Say to myself, I'm gonna be speeding through this just to get these rewards. I see. So you got into a fight almost the instant you left the border. Yes, I'm afraid we ended up in a standoff with locals. At least we got them to back down for now. Well, thanks to your and Nez's efforts not to harm them, they do appear to understand that our intentions are not violent now. They're currently monitoring us from what I suppose they consider a safe distance. It seems they have their own responsibilities to tend to. Correct, no signs of reinforcement. We are safe for the moment. I see. So you managed to avoid provoking them. I'm relieved to hear that sharp enough to realize we're only lost travelers trying to get our bearings. Although, what about the servants? You said we can summon more once we're able to use the ley line, right? Da Vinci's outside preparing a summoning circle right now. I think she run into some kind of trouble though. Hey guys! I'm setting everything up right now. Just give me a minute to work out the kinks. Sure, I ran into a little trouble, but don't worry. It's the kind I'm used to.
Adventure! Are you sure it's okay to hook this weird machine up to Matt's shield? It looks super shady. In fact, it doesn't even look like it was made on Earth.
Oh, right. That's a booster Xiao lent me. Get this. A single one lets you manifest a spirit origin equivalent to 3 servants. She call it, a whatchamacallit cell? Unfortunately, they burn out after a single use. But we're not going to be stingy with Aaliyah and Gordry's life at stake. Alright, now we just stand by and the base state. As soon as we get a response from the servant side, I'll kick it to its excited state so we can start the summoning. Alright. There we go. Now it's just a matter of time. As long as the serpent has some connection to you, Aaliyah, I'm sure they'll answer the summon, Lostbelt or not.
I see. Well done, technical advisor. In that case, you can start by summoning a skilled caster capable of brainwashing these barbarians in mess. No! This is an emergency, an urgent one at that. We need to start making progress post-haste. I agree, fool. Heck no! Are you alright with that course of action, Miss Aaliyah?
Easy there, Director. Just calm down. I'm not a fan of mass brainwashing, but... oh, shit.
Calm down? How can I calm down when I would be dead in a matter of days? And have you forgotten this concerns you too?
Even so, that's too outrageous.
Regardless, the summoning will take time. It would be in our best interest to negotiate while that proceeds.
Sometimes, Mr. Gordoff, there is something to be said for not letting sleeping dogs lie.
Alright then. Who's going to lead these amicable negotiations? We already tried and failed, remember? Hey, no need to rub it in. We are going to find an angel with us. Where are we going to find an angel with a small big enough to win over those barbaric? I mean, we got 2 of them right here. Ah! Veggie!
That's right. We're just poor, helpless travelers who lost our way.
Oh, you poor thing. That must have been so hard.
We didn't mean to ruin your field, I promise. So, do you think you could forgive us?
Oh, don't worry about that. We can always tell it again. Hell, just getting to talk to such a pretty girl as you kind of makes me, hey buddy. Makes me want to till the field again more than ever. I agree.
Adventure is a force to be reckoned with, isn't she? She's not technically lying, but she's not exactly being truthful either.
Yeah, not gonna sin. She's a demon with the face of an angel.
Just look at those men falling all over themselves. That outsider got them twisted around her little fingers. How can they possibly trust any of those foreigners after the beating they gave to poor supervisor?
Aha! This is an opportunity. Oh my god! I do beg your pardon about that, madam. Please allow me to apologize for trampling on your field as well. I only hope you can believe me when I say that we truly don't want nothing more than to resolve this matter peacefully. Unfortunately, the truth is that we have lost our way and are uncertain as to where we are. I am so terribly sorry to impose, but could you please tell us about this place? You are our only hope. Oh my god! He's warring over with a British accent. That is not fair.
Oh, we aren't. Well then, I suppose I'm to step up. True. I mean, if a man this handsome needs our help,
Oh my gosh.
the least we could do is hear him out, right?
Oh my god. Angry fool.
Well, Holmes has his looks, if nothing else.
Oh! You think that getup would have raised more suspicion, but oh well.
Agree. I did not know why he fought earlier. Well, the important thing is that we've reached a peaceful resolution.
It looks like they were all just scared more than malicious. They seem to be good people at heart. This is gonna make it way harder. By the way, Da Vinci, what was the trouble you ran into with the spirit autograph earlier?
An excellent question, Holmes. Glad to see you're paying attention to the important bits.
What? I thought you already resolved the issue with summoning servants.
Let's resolve it and more worked around. I still don't know what the problem really was. This Lostbelt is nothing like either Russia or Scandinavia. I tried using a ley line here to connect to this Lostbelt Throne of Heroes, but I didn't get any response.
None whatsoever?
There was nothing wrong with the equipment, so whatever the problem is, it has something to do with the world. Granted, the odds were always low that a heroic spirit from this Lostbelt was going to be eager to help us, so I wasn't counting on that. But it's still odd that there be no answer at all, right, Holmes?
Indeed.
So I just dropped that idea and switched back to trying to summon from Chaldea's spirit autograph. Now we're just waiting for a heroic spirit to respond to our call. In fishing terms, we bait our hook and cast our line. All there is for us to do now is to be patient.
Wonder who it's gonna be.
What could be going on, Senpai?
Maybe it means there's no one there.
Honestly, even though my genes once again carried the day, I really don't know what happened here. What I do know is that the connection to the Throne of Heroes is just that, connection. And it doesn't exist in this Lostbelt ley line. It could also be that our definition of what a heroic spirit is doesn't match this Lostbelt. Definition of heroic spirit?
And what exactly do you mean by that?
This is a fascinating phenomenon. One that no doubt gets to the heart of this Lostbelt's true nature. But right now, we have nothing more than speculations. We'll need to collect more evidence before we can begin drawing any conclusion. Oh, that sounds to me like you already have a pretty good idea what's going on, Helms.
I do have a hypothesis, but a good detective only shares their deductions once they are supported by clear and undeniable evidence. Shoot!
Ugh, who knows? I kind of want to shoot for one more, but I'm kind of afraid of somebody getting calling my phone.
先輩、いえ、春になったのでダンスの練習をと思いまして。先輩もご一緒にいかがですか？
Sadly, I don't know how to dance. Caught in 4K.
先輩、いつからそこに？
Kohai is precious. Must protect. I'm still mad I missed that one day because of... Whatever. Vacation, cold, whatever. I have no excuses for missing that day. Alright, let's shoot back again and... Yeah. Can't do anything about that. Can I change her? Ugh! I at least want to use my busted version of her. Dang. It is so clean here.
It is, isn't it? It feels like forever since I was last able to breathe as easily. Since in the other Lostbelt, the border was the only safe place we could go. Oh, I almost forgot we have the Kareya base now, too. Anyway, being surrounded by a natural landscape like this really feels like...
Alright, flush your butts. Is it something bad or is it something good?
Huh? What's that up in the sky above us, Senpai?
Huh? Yeah, it looks like some kind of streak. Who knows, it might be a shooting star.
I didn't notice it during the night, but that's definitely strange, right? I guess it must be normal here, since none of the locals seem to be taking any notice of it. Da Vinci still has them all practically enthralled. So hey, what's the name of this era?
Era? What's that?
Oh, I was mostly just wondering what year it was.
Well, I'm turning 22 this year. We all start working when we turn 5, and I planted this field 17 times now. So that adds up, right?
Thanks. I was thinking more along the lines of a calendar, though. It's time to plant the seeds and harvest the last crops. Of course, you can tell by the moon, you see?
Let's try this then. Who's the foremost leader in the world right now? Why, that'd be most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor, of course. God dang it. And what is this emperor name? Why, most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor, of course. You might as well ask me what the sun and moon are called. The name's right there. I try asking who dynasty is it. I'm pretty sure they can get a hint on that one instead. No. Darn, I forgot how they asked it in the freaking Chinese mob was, even though it was translated from English. Heavenly Emperor. It sounds like in the way back dynasty.
Well, where might we find this emperor then?
In the capital. Where else?
And where's that?
They say it's way off in that direction.
Have you ever been there?
Me? Why would I ever go? We only worship from afar with gratitude. None of us would exist without most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor blessings, after all.
Huh?
What's up, Mash?
Senpai, do you smell that?
Are you talking about my eau de cologne? I did switch to my more wild American brand after we got here.
No, I don't mean that. It's less of a human scent and more beastly? The presence! No, mistake. Bloodthirsty creatures are ahead. This way!
Oh boy. What are the things? There's another one over there!
What the?
Those are Kerchat! Like we saw in Russia! What are they doing here? We can figure that out later, Da Vinci. Right now, we need to evacuate the villages. Why are we could beat him up. Violence is always the answer.
System. All check. Bunker bolt. Reload. 技能を使用。技能使用。
God damn it. Gotta wait. Never
前に出ます。やっ。照準。捉えました。前に出ます。はっ。はっ。あれ。はっ。しゃあ。損傷警備。これ。はい。はっ。ふっ。はっ。
Of course you know.
バンカーボルト。リロー
Oh, sorry. Reading while
ド。折れ
battling.
て直す。あれ。疑似リンク開始。神明。凍結展開。これは多くの道。多くの願いを受けた幻想の城。こうせよ。モールド。キャメロット。宝具開封。桃園戦術式目。3根本で7泊無産。これすなわち火戦争。炎上。
Giving this man a welcome to the club. Never would have it. Alright. Hostile eliminated. That's sad. Those were from the Russian Lostbelt. I can't believe we're seeing creatures from an entirely different Lostbelt here. It's too bizarre to be coincidence. You there. Have you ever seen creatures like this before? No way. I've never seen a monster like that in my life. Me neither. Me neither. The worst thing we've seen until now were the wild boars the supervisor used to chase off. If we ever run into these things before, we'd probably be dead now. Don't worry, we'll help you for as long as we're here. No, we don't. It's the least we can do to make up for ruining your field, right, Master? Right, besides, this might have something to do with us. What are you two saying? We didn't come here to serve as this village bodyguards. Oh, we need information, you idiot. No, Miss Curley is correct. Those creatures should not be present here. If they have made a sudden appearance, we should investigate it. Those thieves. Okay. How you feeling, Leah? Like trash. I'm fine. Great, your vital signs are all looking good too, so your condition definitely not too serious just yet. We still gotta keep a close eye on it, of course, but I don't think we need to worry too much just now. I must say, you're looking a tad pale, Commander. Are you sure you won't lie down in the command room? Oh, be quiet! I just have a little heartburn from eating too much cake. That's all. Yeah, the cake that was supposed to be for me. But I'm glad you did eat it. I'll teach you a lesson. I'm in perfectly good health. I'll have you know, if third-rate mage can handle this poison without a problem, then of course I can too. Well, that looks like I'm poison resistant, but okay. That aside, we're still no closer to getting our bearings here, even with Logan Sharon. Our first order of business is gathering as much information as possible. Otherwise, we have no way of knowing where to even begin. Where to begin? How about we begin with finding Konya Ska, like we originally planned? And exactly where the frick we're gonna find her, sir? A fair point. I sincerely doubt she came here on a lark. Very well then, how do we track her down? We'll never find her if we merely walk around without a plan, after all. Given that this is a Lostbelt, we know there must be a crypto guarding its tree of influence somewhere. And it's like in Scandinavia, this Lostbelt tree doesn't seem to be visible. Yes, that concerns me too. The Russian tree was so large as to be visible from hundreds of kilometers away. The fact that we cannot see it here means that it must be disguised, as it was in Scandinavia. And that in turn means this Lostbelt king understands that it is something best kept hidden. Of course, they so wish a fairy or sage could make a mountain disappear with relative ease. Gosh, I couldn't even translate that one. I really don't want to imagine going up against someone like that, but given everything so far. Indeed. Even if we were to capture Konya Ska today, we cannot simply leave this Lostbelt behind. As long as it exists, it remains a threat to proper human history. Sooner or later, we will need to face the crypto responsible for it. All the more reason for us to hurry along with our investigation. You're all being far too generous, agreeing to be this village's bodyguard. I mean, I can understand how scared those villagers would be if the Critch were to suddenly attack again, but I assure you, Gordov, this is all part of our investigation. What was that? It's safe to assume that those hostile creatures are the same type of demonic beasts we fought in Russia. Think back to when we first learned about them. The Kirchhad are demonic beasts that originate in the Russian Lostbelt and possesses numerous characteristics that let them survive in its frigid environment. But this Lostbelt is far too warm for such creatures. Ah, now I get it. So that's why Master and Lee agreed to help. Right. This has everything to do with us. The fact that those creatures showed up in different Lostbelt can only mean that someone brought them here. Brought the Karak? Indeed. Someone who can come and go between Lostbelts as well. As a police, what am I saying? Okay, not Karak. Since we can, of course, eliminate ourselves as suspects, that only leaves one possibility. Konya. Tomavich Konya Ska. Precisely. A most also interjection, Miss Aaliyah. Watson would have been proud. Finding Konya Ska remains our priority, but at the moment, we have far too little information to act on. If anything, the Christian appearance is our only real lead so far. We cannot afford to overlook it. Hey, can I just say something? I sent out a surveillance drone towards the capital, and I discovered something, interesting. Oh, was there actually a city out that way? I tried zooming in and clearing up the long-range footage as best I could, and, well, it's easier if you just take a look. What the frack is that? The hell? Like a power plant! For once, I am generally at a loss for words. Oh my gosh. Crap, a broke character there. So much of civilization they're developing here.
If they've got the science and engineering know-how to build a metropolis like this, then they come way further technologically than we thought. I mean, there's not a single support column holding this thing up. So, they obviously figured out how to make it float.
Or they're just using the tree. I don't think they're strong.
And since it's clearly no giant air bladder or the like, I got to wonder just how the hell they are making something that heavy float.
Perhaps Magecraft is used openly here. Either that, or they really have advanced scientifically to the point where they can control gravity. In the latter case, they would be well ahead of proper human history, at least in terms of technology.
Oh, and while I was at it, I grabbed some footage of that weird, perfectly straight line in the sky too. Here it is at max magnification.
Peacock feathers? What the heck?
Well, for starters, it's about 2,000 kilometers above us, so it's just barely in low orbit. By my estimation, it's more than 5 kilometers wide.
That's not even the best part. It stretches along the entire observational sky of the Lostbelt. Holy cow. Whoa. Then how come we can't see it before entering this Lostbelt? If it's 2,000 kilometers up, that's gotta put it above the storm clouds, right?
That must mean that the Lostbelt border prevents anything within from being seen, storm or no.
I'm running out of breath. I'm really struggling to breathe here. Good grief. Why must coals be suffocating?
Anything built during their history, no matter how big it might be, is impossible to observe from outside.
Forget measuring size and mass. On the outside, there's no way to even know it exists at all.
Even now that we can observe it, I have no idea what it is or what it's for. If the people of this world built it themselves, it raises even more questions.
I'll say. How could something like that exist when life in this farming village is so primitive?
I kept flying the drone around in every direction, but I didn't see any other building or structure even remotely close to the scope of the capital. East, west, north, south. It was nothing but field everywhere I look.
Seriously? I can't tell if this place is way ahead of proper human history or way behind it.
Whatever is taking place here,
there's no doubt stems from this world's deviation from proper human history.
Da Vinci, I trust you can determine the capital latitude and longitude from here. What happens when you map it to the China we know? Is there a record of a capital city dating back to a well-known dynasty there? Aw, you already figured that out. I wanted to keep you all in suspense a little longer.
I can certainly understand the desire for a dramatic reveal of your information.
Under the press circumstance, however, I'm afraid we are relying on you for all such inquiries, so please, give us your information now. Yeah, you made your point. Based on this distance from our present location. It corresponds to proper human history. Xianyang Prefecture. I don't know if it's Xianyang or Xianyang. Isn't that... Indeed. It dates back to the Qin dynasty. Qin? Or Shin? I don't know which one it is. That was before the Three Kingdom era, wasn't it? Does that mean it even predates Xin Yu and Liu Bang? Ah, dang it. That's right. The Qing dynasty was a major empire around 200 BC. It's known for being the dynasty of China's first emperor. It was the country ruled by the great Qin Shi Huang.
So that is Chaldea, your enemy.
Yes, but not only are they my sworn enemy, they also command a threat to the safety of your empire. Numerous heroic spirits.
We see. Indeed. We were quite surprised when you first told us of them. You said this master can summon an army of great heroes from the past, correct? You find this difficult to credit indeed. We are certain you would not lie to us, but how could a few mere soldiers ever hope to overturn our eternal reign? We cannot even imagine the possibility. Oh, buddy, trust me. We can reenact some scenes back in predate China. Also, wow, this freaking setting. This is the Matrix.
You underestimate heroic spirits at your peril. Those whose souls are offered to the counterforce are given tremendous power to ensure the continuation of humanity. Trust me when I say that a single servant is easily the equivalent of 1,000 ordinary soldiers. So this Alia you spoke of, you said it is the sum total of human consciousness. This sounds like pure nonsense to us. Is this the matter of things you simply accept in your own world? You make an excellent point, Your Imperial Majesty. My world was more chaotic and less complete than yours.
It must have been. If something so preposterous as resurrecting dead heroic spirits to fight in one place is considered normal. We cannot help but wonder how a world where such things were necessary to maintain order could have lasted.
I must warn you too, Your Imperial Majesty. The Master of Chaldea is an enemy you cannot afford to ignore.
Alright. We have forgotten that you are from the same world as Akuta. What the frick?
My name is Konyaskad, Your Majesty. Do you think you could try to remember this time?
Oh, he did that on purpose. Watch your tongue when you speak into the Emperor, wench.
No matter. These visitors come from a world beyond our domain. Of course, our custom to elude them. Thank you, Your Imperial Majesty. I do understand that you may find it rude and presumptuous of me to warn one so omnipotent as you. But the fact is, Chaldea has already brought strange creatures with them that threaten your people's safety.
B, you brought them with you.
This poses quite a problem for your quarantine as well. Surely you don't want them to get away with this. Please, Your Imperial Majesty, if we merely wait for them to reveal their true barbaric nature, it will be too late.
If it is so important to you, then why have you not done something about it yourself? You command these servant puppets as well, do you not?
Yes, I do. If you'll forgive me for disturbing your eternal paradise, I can summon one right now.
Very well. Show us exactly what these warriors from another world are capable of. Yes, Your Imperial Majesty.
This Emperor is much more laid back than I thought. I expected a bit more eagerness to take down the threat to their empire.
I had hoped for the same. Nothing ever seems to go as planned with the Emperor. But oh well, this isn't going to change.
Well, sorry you end up having to do all the work in consequence. I do hope it won't take you too long to finish them off.
Is that all you have to say for yourself? After all, the trouble you've caused?
Please don't glare at me like that, Akuta. You're gonna make me cry. We're on the same side in all of this. Besides, isn't Master Kadea every creature's sworn enemy?
Of course. We could have lured her to any of the other territories, and any of them would have made sure to finish her off. I would go so far as to say any one of them would be a better pick for this kind of work than me. So why did you have to bring them to China? They're only here because they were following you, right? Thank you so much for that.
Aw, don't be so hard on yourself, Akuta. I really thought you would be the best fit for the job, seeing how you're so good at defense and all. You see, I actually tried to assassinate her as a favor to Beryl. But I'm afraid things didn't exactly go as planned. See, the poison I used called Shen Shao Ning Mai, I don't know how to say that, and... well, I just suppose you already know what it is, do you?
Unbelievable.
Heh? So you do know about it. You're one smart cookie, aren't you? In that case, you can see where this is going, right? Including what they'll try to do to find an antidote.
Koyaska, did you do this on purpose?
No, I didn't. This time, I only had about 10% of my plan. That's why I wasted no time coming to warn you, Akuta. I want to take responsibility, see? I mean, Kadea got the world's greatest inventor and greatest detective on their side now, right? I knew it wouldn't take them long at all to figure out where the poison came from. So I thought, instead of wasting time trying to sweep this under the rug, it would be much better to fortify our defenses now. So here I am, warning you about the danger and taking responsibility. It sounds like you and I are complete strangers, right? So I thought I could help you out with getting rid of Chaldea. Besides, we're both misanthropic outcasts. It only makes sense for us to join forces, don't you think?
True, that much I know we have in common. But that still doesn't explain why you brought those dangerous pets of yours along. Pets? Perish a thought.
They have their dignity, at least as far as wild animals go.
So you didn't order them to go around killing people?
Of course not! Why would I rob myself of the pleasure of torturing and killing humans? No, they're just doing their best to survive and find food in an environment they're not used to. Don't you find that far more enduring than a bunch of defanged livestock? Like this nation's people.
That's not the problem. You know it. How could you set demonic beasts from another Lostbelt loose here? If the Emperor finds out you're the one responsible for them, you will find yourself in real trouble.
Oh, that. You might say that's just part of the lifelong project for me. Don't worry, I promise I won't make any trouble for you. You have your own life work you devoted yourself to, don't you, Akuta? So I think we'll both be happier if we just stay out of each other's way.
Fine. What's done is done, after all.
There's no way I'm letting Chaldea mess up my nice, stable Lostbelt.
Don't you dare go easy on them, Saber.
As you wish, Master. I promise, I won't let you down.
Huh? When did you summon him? I can tell he's got a beautiful face underneath that mask, too.
No fair, Kuta. How come you're the only one who gets a certified hottie working for her?
That's not why he's here. Ugh. Shut up already, you dumb fox.
There, I did my own censorship. Haha. Alright. Next time, part 3 of the Sin chapter. See you guys later.